Okay guys, here's the deal. Every summer it keeps getting hotter and we keep wanting not to use sun protection. So on today's episode of Enhance, we're going to talk about all things sun protection. We'll talk about skin cancer, and in fact we'll probably go to a place that has a lot of it. Welcome to beautiful Australia. And why are we here talking about skin cancer in Australia? Well, seeing as how they have 2 to 3 times the rate of it as we do in the States, they knew a thing or two about skin cancer. So, all things being equal, even though skin cancer is much more common here in Australia, it's still one of the most common types of cancer in the United States. So prevention certainly is the name of the game. When we're talking about prevention, one of the main ways is through sunscreen. But make sure it's a high quality sunscreen. It must say on the label that it is broad spectrum. And what they refer to as broad spectrum is that it covers both UVA and UVB forms of ultraviolet radiation. Because that's what induces the skin change for skin cancer. Per the American Cancer Society guidelines, you have to make sure that the sunscreen is a minimum of SPF 30. You can go ahead and buy 40 and 50 if you'd like, but to be quite honest, 30 already covers over 90%, I think it's over 98% of the damaging UVA and UVB rays. Again, I'm not going to tell you not to purchase 40 or 50, but make sure it's at minimum a 30 protection factor, SPF or sun protection factor. The other thing to consider as far as prevention is physical protection. So if you're out in the sun, not just your sunscreen, but make sure you wear a cap, a hat, something that blocks. Baseball caps are okay, but they're not going to cover your ears, which are a very common form or site to find skin cancer, as well as the back of the neck. If you're very susceptible, if you're very light-skinned, perhaps a wide-brimmed hat is a better idea for you. And as always, don't forget to be vigilant on your own skin. Let's use the ABCs. A for area. Is this thing getting bigger? Should probably have it checked out. B is for borders. If they're irregular, needs to be checked out. And lastly, C is color. If it's changing colors or it's just a different pigment, you might want to have that checked out. So visit your family physician and have them check it out. So don't forget, always try to get a high quality sunscreen, like these from Enhance, which are pharmaceutical grade, which I'll review in a future episode. So the moral of the story is, don't forget your sun protection. That does it for today's episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.